See? Я хочу сказать добрый вечер. I want to say good evening. And we see, мы помирились с девушкой. We made up. Now, we back. She accepted me now. We're talking about witches. Поскольку я же экстра, как называется этот, если I'm a clairvoyant prophet, now I'm looking for a witch to marry, and she's gonna find a. You know a male word for witch in English?
Warlock, some shit
Warlock
like that.
or wizard. Wizard sounds nice. Witch doesn't sound nice. Как будет по-мужски ведьма? Кощей? We have a different thing.
I don't want to know which.
We have a thing called eternal male witch. Кощей, я что, Кощей получается? I'm an eternal, I'm sorry. So in any case, so this woman, I don't think she's a real witch. Она не, я хочу ведьму, это не какая-то нереальная, но она не настоящая. Мне сегодня дали адрес одной ведьмы, чтобы, познакомиться, and she's not, doesn't seem real. So.
Why did you see seem real?
Because she talks nonsense. The witch don't talk like that. Есть вообще ведьмы в мире, как вы считаете? Мне интересно. See, people think I'm crazy. Думают, что я с ума сошел. Well, let me call this woman while we talk and see. Watch. She's позади меня, Lenora. She's in New York. I think she's in New York. Watch this. Алло. Алло. Ты меня слышишь, солнце? Мы сейчас тут делаем кино на мой канал, но тебя не слышно. Если хочешь, я могу сделать, чтобы тебя было тоже слышно. Я не знаю, тебе это интересно. Не, я просто делаю кино на канал. Хочешь, чтобы тебя тоже было слышно в кино или не хочешь? Ты не хочешь, ты тоже хорошая. Видишь, настоящая ведьма всегда захочет. Ну ладно, значит, ты тоже не ведьма. Смотри, а ты прочитала нашу... О, прикол. А ты прочитала переписку нашу? Но ты видишь, почему это не ведьма? Ну смотри, если я говорю ведьме, что я ищу ведьму, она мне говорит, для чего тебе это надо, это уже не ведьма. Что за вопросы, для чего мне надо ведьму? Это вот человек, который в этой, то есть реально в этом всем, он должен без слов понять сигнал, что из другой планеты его зовут. Ты понимаешь, что я тебе говорю или нет? То есть она какая-то, стандартная, мне стандартная ведьма не нужна, это вообще не ведьма. Она какая-то, которая... Я ничего против нее не имею. Разные ведьмы бывают, но это не настоящая. Потому что настоящая так разговаривать не будет. Для чего тебе нужна ведьма? У тебя проблемы или что? Я говорю, явно не или что. Явно это не проблема, это вопрос серьезный. Я обращаюсь во Вселенную. Она должна быть подключена ко Вселенной. Что за вопросы, ну и что? Откуда? А ты ее лично знаешь? Ты ее не знаешь? Скажи, пожалуйста, а вот ты знаешь лично какую-то ведьму? Ты ведьм не знаешь. А ты в них веришь? А что вот мы сейчас с моей девушкой, ко мне девушка моя вернулась, мы поссорились, что помирились. Скажи мне, а что ты под словом ведьма подразумеваешь у тебя в понятии ведьмы? Что это? Моя девушка, she's asking if you're a witch.
No, I'm not a witch.
She says she's not a witch, which means it's a complicated thing. If she's a witch, she is a bit of a witch, but she doesn't know she is. So that takes away from her witchcraft.
I have it in my blood, but I don't practice it.
It's not something you practice, you see. It's either you are or you're not. And we all are, just what we believe in. We all witches. А как по-русски мужского рода ведьма? Кощей? Кощей бессмертный? Я не бессмертный, я, наверное, умру в какой-то момент. Может, я бессмертный? Не, сомневаюсь. Я старик. Warlock, not a wizard? Я понял. Слушай, а у тебя для меня знакомая хорошая есть? And I'm asking if she has a good girl for me. Моей девушке нужен парень. My lady needs a man, a little younger than I. А мне нужна девушка. У тебя какие-то знакомые для нас есть? Или ты так сразу не можешь? She's laughing. What's the question? А что ты спрашиваешь? Скажи, потому что я не понимаю вопрос. She's laughing. She thinks my questions are a little strange. Ты думаешь, я тебе что-то спрашиваю странно? Я перевожу все ей. Мы на канале. Называется «Формула любви». Я для нее старый. Ей 25. Мне 47. Нахрен мне ей нужен? Что у нас она будет... я через 40 лет могу сдохнуть. Она будет молодая еще. Ей нужен кто-то помоложе. Чтобы она не осталась вдовой в 50 лет, понимаешь? Это логично. Конечно, мы записываемся на канал, но тебя не слышно, потому что ты в телефоне. И никто не знает даже, с кем я говорю. А я бы тебя сейчас, если бы ты дала мне разрешение, бы включил. А ты стала бы известна. Я всем привожу пример Ким. Послушай, ты хочешь быть миллиардером? Не-не-не, счастливая это другая тема, другая энергия. Ты хочешь иметь $1 миллиард? Все, ты его не будешь иметь. Видишь, женщина, когда говорит, не хочет иметь, это у тебя его не будет. А ты хочешь быть счастливой? А ты знаешь, как это делается? Говорит, да. Если ты знаешь, почему ты несчастливая, тогда, если тебе нравится, тогда что ты говоришь, я хочу быть, это тут называется когнитивный диссонанс. Нравится страдать, хочешь быть счастливой, ты себе противоречишь. Тебе нравится себе противоречить? Тогда почему ты говоришь, что ты хочешь быть счастливой? Не говори так, скажи, я хочу страдать. Ты говоришь вещи, которые противоречат друг другу. Тогда солнышко, женщина, которая глупит, она противоречива, которая имеет точную линию логическую, она будет очень ей хорошо следовать. Это умная женщина, умный человек. Да, он может... Ты хочешь не быть умной, не будь. Хорошо, солнце, я тебя люблю, ты знаешь. Я тебе желаю, мы на связи. Если тебе нужен какой-то интересный мужик, мы вчера об этом не договорили, кажется. У меня просто много знакомых хороших. Я тебе буду... Тебе не нужен? Хорошо, не буду, да. Ой, ты знаешь, я вот сейчас на канале с тобой разговариваю, на тебя не слышно, это тоже неполноценный разговор. Давай я тебе потом позвоню, хорошо? Не, через пару недель. Давай, целую. Whatever. That's why, see, that's why a lady, and she's a nice lady. Я ничего не говорю, хорошая женщина. But a lady like this gives me a low quality witch. She wants to be happy, but yet she wants to suffer. How do you do both? See, you want to be happy? She says, yes. I said, do you know how to? Yes. Then why aren't you? Because I like to suffer. Then why do you want to be happy? Yeah. Whatever. Complicated. Anyway, so let's explain to ourselves why did we even have a fight? It's a complicated fight with, to do with... Now listen, people. If you date sisters, are you considered a sister?
Yes.
Okay, that's a sister. Am I a brother? Say my brother. They say I'm black inside. I have black insides. Do I have some black in me?
Yeah.
A little bit. It's the hair. I'm a little black. Anyway, to date a sister, to be with a sister, you have to accept just one. You can argue about anything except for. I learned it the hard way when I was young, when I was in Grenada, and I asked a sister out. I was 22. She was 22. We didn't have an age. There's no way for me to have a 20-year age gap when I'm 22 because that should be 2. When I was 22, you were 0. You were just born. So you were just being born.
Yes.
And this lady, her name is Rana, very tall, 6 feet tall, and very muscular like that. But looked like a muscular woman. And I was in love with her. She was a librarian. Maybe she'll listen to this.
Okay.
But I think she's in Brooklyn now. Anyway, I was in love with her. And then she was a librarian in my medical school in Grenada. And I said, let's go out. She's a very smart woman. She had me wrapped around her finger like you. And she goes, I can't go out because it's raining. I said, raining? What's with the rain? I have a car. She goes, no, it's the hair. We can wet it. It's a sister thing. And that's it. And that's how it goes. And that's how it stays. Tomorrow, if it doesn't rain, we go out. And that's it. That's how she used to speak. This is not, you can come, she goes, you can come to my place. And I think I did. But I ain't going out because it's raining and it's water from the sky. I said, okay, something has to do with the hair. Because it becomes nappy.
Yes.
Nappy hair. I can cut sister hair. I have a special clipper. My stylist cannot do it because I've learned. Having said that, so what did we argue about? I violated rule number 1. I argued with my lady about her hair. You don't do that. I've been penalized. Penalized. People say don't chomp on this food when you talk. So what do we learn? You tell, first of all, she looks beautiful with this hair. Not she, Ray. Can't say she.
I learned that it's important to compromise.
Compromise. Compromise. Listen to your men. If you
And
listen
men
to your men.
to your woman.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Vice versa. Continue, baby.
Oh no, see how she's so nice. Not she, Ray. So the point is this. Ladies out there, listen up. Like Ali G says, listen to your men. If you want him to be a king, this is very simple. It's not, это я сейчас не говорю как пророк. It's not me being a prophet. This is simple. I don't have to turn on my prophetic ability here. But if you want a king, if you want to be with the king, then you gotta treat him as one and listen to him. And it doesn't matter if he's right or wrong. This is what is important to realize. Hopefully he'll be right more than wrong. But no one is always right. No king is always right. The humans are wrong. Even all the greatest kings, I keep saying Napoleon, every king has made many mistakes. In fact, all these leaders went to war. That's a mistake already. Yet everybody listened. So I'm not going to war. If you want a king, listen to him. If you want to be the king, then make him listen to you. But you can't have two kings. And then if you make him a king, guess what you'll be?
Be a queen.
You be a queen. Если он будет король, вы будете королева. But if you disrespect him and not let him be a king, you cannot be a queen. Then that's it. You're just gonna be
Kingless.
Kingless. You be like, peasantry, whatever. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, if that's your level, if не хотите на уровне, плебеев быть, plebeian, right? Plebeian? Is that the word? Like lower caste, lower class, arguing, bickering, fighting, disorderly conduct, then it'll be that. You want to have a nice, beautiful kingdom with respect for the king, with honor and dignity, and valor, and whatever. Честь, достоинство, чтобы уважать мужчину. И он будет. My mom says, men is a head, and woman is a neck, right? You turn the head wherever you want. Just let him be the head. Let him think he's in control. Because truthfully, what are we gonna do without women? What can we do without you? Nothing. Like I was alone for the days. I was sad, and I miss you and everything. So then who benefits from that? No one. Now I understand she wants a younger man. We're working on that, but still, we can work on it together. That's my point. I tell all the women before that I met you. What is this? She says. I tell them, just let's look together. It's more fun. You can call men right now and introduce them to me that right away. Like you see, there was a girl coming from Pennsylvania. She felt you. I have a guarantee she felt your presence, and she's not coming. I'm not gonna fly her because if she doesn't even know you're here. But if she knew, she wouldn't come at all. It said that I fish. So what's the point of all this? We learn to not argue. If a man asks you something, do it. And then if you ask a man something, I see this is not chauvinistic. Это не шовинизм. This isn't, people think I'm chauvinistic. I'm not saying like Sean Connery, the rule of thumb. Look that up. You know rule of thumb?
Rule of thumb.
We're not going to talk about that. We're not talking about no rule of thumb. You look that up. It's a medieval English rule of thumb. You cannot use a stick thicker than a thumb. We're not talking about that. And I don't condone that. Right? Nor do you.
No.
Oh. Yet, I'm saying to respect, to have order, to have cohesion, so that things like that, the divorce. Now I spoke to your mom. No order. And it's not the language. I don't think the language is an issue. We should have.
Because I translated everything.
You see, it's not the language. It's not the words itself. It's the meaning that's not very difficult. Having said that, did you ask if we can film it?
No, I didn't ask for that.
Okay.
That's going to be a waste. She's not. I told you she's over it.
Okay, so over it. What does it even mean? Now, I have another question. I have another question. I was talking to this woman yesterday. And this woman, oh, let's put the fish. It's late. Baby's tired and hungry. This is why she doesn't want to be here, because I don't feed her. It's disgusting. And look, you explain, because I have to wash this thing. I don't want to stop just because I have to wash something. You explain our plan for the channel.
Okay.
Or what were you doing all these days without me? And how many dates you went on?
I didn't go on any dates.
See? And me neither. But I did go to the party. You would have loved it. You missed that. That was the music party. It was on Friday. We're going next week.
And you didn't pick up anyone? Anyone?
Oh, I picked up many numbers, but no. You see, it was, no. And I sang a couple of songs in there. No. Now, having said that, do you think we're gonna last till next week, till next Friday? Huh?
Yes, I think we're going to last for a few months.
Few months.
At least.
You hear that? Few months.
Maybe longer.
You honestly feel that way?
I honestly feel that way.
Wow. You see how I'm
I give us a few months before one of us or both of us find a more suitable match.
Suitable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a nice smell. Look at that fish. These are small fishes, but and they're thin. This is, I forgot what it's called, but it's delicious. It's gonna be enough for all of us. Look at this. That's a big fish. That should be enough, no? They're small fishes. I don't know what is it even called. And how am I gonna put this? I know. I have another. Hey, check this out. There's a lot of fish. Now, having said that, I wanted to ask you something.
Yes.
I was talking to this other lady yesterday about about this course, about
the sex course.
Sexual education. I want to hear if people that are watching this think that they're sexually advanced and they know techniques and how to be, and how many women can safely say that they fully enjoy and know, because I can talk, because I'm a physician and I've learned a certain physiology. Я некоторые вещи понял, даже, это опять же, this could be viewed as I'm being inappropriate, but I think it's very appropriate, because that's important. But anyway, there's this interesting course that it's in Kazakhstan. So I have to call this woman, find out, and we can institute it here. And it's very interesting, because it teaches people, it helped her, she goes, tremendously.
Like even with the Kegel technique.
Kegel technique. How many of you know Kegel technique?
I never knew about
This
that.
is what bothers me, because you see in school, they teach us algebra. I keep saying that. Algebra. They teach us geometry. Do you know any geometry right now?
No geometry.
No geometry.
Forgot algebra.
But you did learn about that
Yes.
when you were in school. We all did. And I know geometry a little bit. I don't really need it. Nor do I need algebra discriminant. We don't need that. So you see, then why are we learning that? Yet, I ask my kids, how do you treat a woman this way, that way? Not even sexually. They were old enough to talk about that. And that's another thing. When do you talk to kids about that? You people tell me. That's important. Why do we have these subjects as taboo? Because if you have them as taboo, and then next thing you know,
Big girl fucking around.
they're messing around. And look at me. So nobody taught me how to properly marry, how to properly be faithful. Oh, my dad told me, mess around, only she don't have to know. That's exactly what my dad. Now he may be watching this saying, I never said, he said just that. I remember. And I don't blame him, because that's what he learned.
That's what he learned.
Yeah, and then today I asked a woman, I was talking to this interesting lady from Russia, and I asked, what do you need in a man? She goes, I want him to be, I said, faithful. She's in her 40s. She goes, faithful? Well, If he's not, he has to be good. If he's not faithful, he better be good about that. Meaning that he should be a good liar. Next thing, and then she goes, well, I hate liars because I sense when they lie, and then I will not be able to be with a liar. Then I said, then how can he be a good liar that she cannot face? She cannot face, and she cannot be with a liar. That's a big time contradiction. You cannot do that. So anyway, what do we learn? We learn this fish. We're almost done. Now I'm gonna put the fish. This. Put the time. Am I good or am I good? Okay, watch. And I put 15 minutes. In any case, so people were saying that, see, people are not nice. You're talking about her, this black, the чернушка. See, that's not nice. I keep saying you don't speak racially. Like, why would you call anyone, a nice person, any person, black, this one, that one? Oh, yeah, it's not nice. We're here in the time of movements such as Black Lives Matter and White Lives Matter too. I think all lives matter. And actually, and don't take me out of context, because I'm not saying that. I say everyone matters. I'm saying if you keep talking Black Lives Matter, it gives people an idea that that's even a question. That's not a question. Of course they matter. All lives matter. And because they feel like they're mistreated, that's what black people feel like they have to say. And I understand, like gay people go on a parade, and people say, why are they parading? Well, because they're suppressed.
Right.
Don't suppress them. Then they won't go on a parade saying, hey, we're free and we just respect everyone. Doesn't matter. And you call this lady black, or you with the black. That's not nice. That's not respectful, and you're such a respectful people. So let's respect each other. We have other issues that are way deeper than our differences in color. Believe me, that's not even an issue. Yeah, we have different cultures, so what? Like, they say, oh, you're from a different background, you don't understand our culture. Well, let me tell you, she doesn't have to know Sergei Yesenin. She was looking him up, and that's okay. I can introduce her, she can introduce me to her things. What she understands that people don't, is she's respectful to me. And even then she becomes upset, I can talk to her. And she listens, and then I listen. Then I learn how to speak better. Чтобы я гадости не говорил, я say shit.
Yeah.
So am I a little bit better?
You're better.
That's right. So then you can
Like
say...
yesterday's phone call was horrible.
What did I say yesterday? She called me on a video. She's saying, hey, when can I get my stuff? I said, that's why you called me on a video? Oh, for sure. Horrible on my part. I wasn't saying nothing.
You did some insulting, and you did what you do. You did what you do, but then today you were a lot better.
Wait a second. See, this is the thing. What did I do yesterday? What did I do? You called me on a video, which we all know why that is. This lady would never call me on a video, and now she wants to get her stuff, and she calls me on a video to find out when she can get her stuff.
We had another conversation after the video, right?
No. No.
So then that was...
No, you in your mind. No. No.
So that was today then. I'm thinking about it.
What did I say? I'm chewing. And then I take all this, put this here. My hands are clean, okay? My father tells me to wash the apples.
Yes, I tell you wash everything. You don't.
I never washed the apples for 30 years, and look what happened. Nothing happened. The corona, killing people. Gotta wash your hands. Gotta put a mask on. But let's be reasonable. So my hands are clean. I'll wash them again just in case. So the point I'm trying to make is that you respect each other. I want to understand the people who are writing me. Are you all married? Because you know me, yet I don't know any one of you. And that's not fair. Because then introduce yourself. I'm gonna make this club.
Introduce yourself, reach out.
Yeah. Right
Give
now,
your phone number, we can FaceTime.
Yeah, we can put you on a channel, and that's called fair. They say, oh, it's YouTube, we can make a comment. We don't have to call. You don't have to call. You make nasty comments. nasty things, telling me that I'm sick, that I'm psychotic. For real? I got psychiatrists saying I'm not. 5 psychiatrists told me, oh, they want to put some diagnosis. They can't because I'm not, because they don't know. They don't know this disease. It's not in any book. It's called greatness. Ain't no disease. The only thing they can do is like, that I don't want them to do is to do things that's not nice. But we were talking right now, me and Ray, that I was asking her that people are saying that who should listen to me because look at my life.
And I was saying what people don't realize is that they're so focused on look at your life, but they're not hearing what you're telling them to not fuck up, to not lie, to be open.
That's right.
And that goes past people's head because they want this perfect picture in their mind.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't work like that.
You hear that?
Doesn't work like
So
that.
you see, I tell my father always says, look what you got with all your nonsense, all your Socrates and shit. Well, I tell you, first of all, let's not mess with Socrates. He did nothing wrong. He was a great man. He still is a great man in my mind. He's my example. Socrates, a brave man. 70 years old, he went, 69 years old, he went with a stick, scared a bunch of Spartans. Mm-hmm. With a stick, they got swords and spears, and he said, get the hell out. With the old men, they ran away. They didn't want to bother with the guy, because they didn't want to, read about him.
For him.
He had respect, and he defended the general who was in trouble. Because he had no fear. He was a good man. And then they killed him. Now, a couple of things that I want to bring to your attention, and this is what people don't understand. This is important. This is basic philosophy 101. This is how you conduct arguments. Clearly listening to the statements of the other. No jokes. So, I'll speak very seriously now. If a person tells me, look at your outcome, look what you're getting. You lost a family, you have nothing, you lost a job or whatever. Okay, that's a very common argument. Looking at the result. But again, first of all, I've made mistakes, and for those mistakes I'm paying. That's why since I became the way I became 2 years ago, my life has been nothing but likable to me. I've still made mistakes, but at least I make them in good faith. And I don't cheat anyone. Have I cheated? Since you know me, have I lied to you?
No.
No. I mean, if I did, maybe it wasn't on purpose. I mean, I sometimes maybe I'll say something that may not be true, but I don't do it on purpose. Maybe I lied to myself. Maybe I was trying to get Ray to come back, maybe because I'm lonely. And that's true. And what's wrong with that? As long as I don't do it for that purpose only, and but looking at the result is not the accurate way to discuss things. For example, many people in the past had bad results initially, such as Jesus, the same Socrates, Napoleon, all the generals, all the leaders, JFK, I mean, they were killed, crucified, burned. What kind of result is that? No one burned me yet. And hopefully no one will. We don't burn people.
With the comments, that's with the negative comments.
Negative, I'm saying. So you see, so people were telling him, Van Gogh, didn't sell one painting. He sold one painting. That's it. So people could tell him, hey, look at your results. Horrible results. He died at 37, sick, with cutting off his ear. Is that a good result? Wait. Give me a few hundred years, and then you'll see. Then you're gonna judge, because you're not gonna be here. The things I'm saying are pure. I don't mean to become. My goal is not to become famous per se. No, although I would love that. There's nothing wrong with this. Beautiful thing to be famous for a good reason. But even just to be famous is good too, I think. It's great. We all want that. But not for stupid reasons. Infamous. Dale Carnegie. You know Dale Carnegie, there's a guy, he wrote a book how to win friends and win people over, how to make friends with, is a very, very classic psychologist a century ago. He said, Dillinger was in the 20s and 30s. He was the most famous bank robber that ever. He's the most famous. He's the public enemy #1. They have movies about him. John Dillinger. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
Well, now you did. John Dillinger. The guy was a robber, but he was a decent man. He only killed one cop because they were shooting and he shot him, but they were shooting at him, so he killed the cop. He didn't mean to. I mean, they wanted to kill him. He robbed banks without any.
By himself.
Oh, he had some partners, but he was just like brazen. He was crazy. In front of everyone, just robbed banks without any regard for anything. And that's how FBI was started because of him. Edgar Hoover, I think. Yeah? Anyway, so he was infamous, and he loved it. He loved to be on the front page of every newspaper. He also used to dress nicely and take pictures, and then they put him in a newspaper. So that was his claim to fame. Rockefeller bought hospitals in China, built hospitals, and then he put his name on it. He never even went to China. But that was his way of becoming famous. We all want to be famous. Some people choose a good way, not just famous, but to be significant. That's what makes humans impactful. That's what makes humans humans. Animals don't have that, and we are great for that. Only let's not get crazy and become so engrossed in that chase of fame. No. But what was I going to say? Oh, that's the one mistake, to look at the result immediately. You don't know what will happen tomorrow or in 100 years. Maybe this video will be considered a classic. I always feel like that. That's why I have a bunch of videos saved, because like Van Gogh's paintings, maybe they'll say, you know what, this guy was up to something. Because all I'm saying is be truthful. That's all I'm saying. Don't lie. That's all. Try that for one day. Whatever you think, say it. You'll see what will happen to you. Don't try it at home. Anyway, the other problem that I have with people arguing is what they call in philosophy a argumentum ad populum, from the word popular. So everyone tells me, so everyone is wrong and you're the only one who's right. You think you're all that. You think you know, and everyone is wrong. Your kids went away, your friends, you're the only one. Society tells you, look at that. I have to breathe into this. See? People would say, oh, this is shameful. It's not shameful. This is what I do. It's what I do for 1 year. Watch this. There we go. Anyway, so this is called argumentum ad populum. Argument к народу. Because everyone is saying it must be right. Sometimes it is. And not because everyone is saying it, it's because it's right. Sometimes it's not. Perfect example is Earth was never flat. People thought it was flat. Everyone thought it was flat. Even Aristotle thought it was flat. Never been flat. It didn't just become round because it was always round. Think about that. It was never, ever, ever flat. It looked flat. That's why people think it's flat. People don't even know why they think it's flat, because it looks flat. Just the same as sun looks like it's going around. It's not the sun. We call a sunrise. Sun does not rise, nor does it set. So people not only insisted on sun rising and setting, they burned people who thought otherwise. Who did they burn? Giordano Bruno. So they told him, everyone is saying that. What, are you the only smart one? He knew. He went and got burned for that. He got killed because I know. He had formulas. Do people know do you know how he figured it out?
How do you figure it out?
I told you. He had a formula which, if you plots